So whenever I make a video about SEO or ranking on Google or writing blog posts, right, to rank on Google, right, I always talk about Google core update. Okay. And I also mentioned that a lot of time that how it really affected my website, how I was getting lots of traffic and now suddenly I stopped getting traffic, right? And it also affected a lot of websites. This time again, thousands of websites just lost 20 to 50% of their traffic overnight. Okay, do you know the reason? The reason is Google's June 2025 core update, and that is brutal. On June 30th, Google rolled out this massive update and it's still running. Okay, unlike other updates that finish in 2 weeks, this one is taking 3 weeks to complete, and that's really a big red flag. That means something big is happening here. What's actually changing and why so many websites are getting crushed? First, Google is now judging every single page on your website individually. Before, if you had a strong website, weaker pages could still rank well, but it's now not anymore. Every page must now prove its worth on its own. It will not now work anymore that your main website is ranking but other page will also rank. It happening with me as well, right? My website in Dish Marketer rank on Google but other pages doesn't rank. I have seen that. So Google calls this their helpful content system. If your page doesn't help real people, it drops its ranking. If it's just written to rank on Google, it drops. If it is thin content with no real value, it drops. Is my website is not providing real value? Yes, it is providing, because when I was writing on Medium, all my content was ranking on Google. But when I started writing on my website, it is not ranking. The reason is because there was some technical error with website and I shut down my website for a long time, okay? And because of that, it's taking time to go to the Google search, right? But I know that eventually I can fix that. Now come back to this update. The update is specially for AI generated content, okay? That is really important part, because most people, right, especially those who started recently AI blogs, really need to pay attention, right? Even including me also, I need to focus on that because I've also created AI blogs. If you have been following me, right, I've already shown you how to start AI blogs. I always tell you in my videos that never publish your AI generated blog posts or articles without editing them and adding your own insight. Even in my course also, I have shown you that how to add your own insight in your blog post. If you used AI to write articles without editing them or adding real value, those pages are getting now very bad results. Google now can spot and find out unedited AI content, right? And it will push it down from the search result. Let's say if you are using any AI to write blog post, let's say you are using ChatGPT to write content, but you are not applying your own insight, then that can affect really bad on your website. It won't show on the search results, okay? The next thing Google is doing is Google is cracking down on something called parasite SEO. That's when people put low quality content on high authority website just to rank better. Like for example, buying backlinks from some high authority website, okay? You are paying them and they are putting some low quality content, okay? So that going to really affect badly on your website as well as their website. Traditional SEO tricks like keyword stuffing and force link doesn't work anymore. Keyword stuffing, if you know, like putting lots of keyword just to rank on Google, it will not work. And also forcefully doing interlinking or external linking will not work anymore. And the next important part is that these updates put extra focus on EEAT framework, right? I already explained that is experience, expertise, authority and trust. If you don't know about that, you can watch my video and where I explain everything. Google wants to see that real experts wrote your content, especially for health, finance and legal topics. You need to show that you wrote the content and prove that they know what they are talking about. I applied EEAT framework when I was writing on Medium, but unfortunately Medium suspended my account and it was ranking on Google really well, right? On the first position, second position, my article were ranking, okay, because of this framework. So if you know how to apply that, that's really great. But that's not a big problem, okay? Here is the bigger problem. Even if you keep your rankings on the first position, second position on some keywords, but you will still lose traffic. Why? Because of Google AI overviews. Google AI overviews are now showing up in 15% of desktop searches. So you know Google AI overviews, right? Whenever you search something on Google, it show up right on the top box and people get their answer from that box only. Then why they need to visit your website? Even myself, I also sometimes look for AI overviews instead of going to the websites. So SimilarWeb did a study, okay? In that study, they shows that clicks from Google, right, dropped 13% since AI overviews launched. It was launched almost a year ago now. The number of the zero clicks jumped from 56% to 16% after AI overviews launch. That means 7 out of 10 people now find their answer on Google AI overviews without visiting any websites. That's not the worst part. The worst part is that Google search does not just show AI overviews now, it has also added something called AI mode. And the problem is that people can now ask follow-up questions directly in Google instead of visiting your website. Earlier with the Google overviews, some users still click to your website, but now with the AI mode, they can stay inside Google, keep asking questions and get the answers without even visiting your website. That is the biggest headache for bloggers and website owners right now. Your traffic can drop even more because of this change. But there are some websites, they are winning though, which I mentioned in my previous video, right? That Reddit, Yelp, Instagram, TikTok, Medium, right, and other platforms where real people share experiences are getting more traffic. Google is rewarding only authentic first-hand content over generic articles I mentioned. This is the thing that I've already assumed. Not just blogger and content creator like us suffering, but even news websites are struggling, and they are struggling the most. Many lost visibility in Google Discover and even regular searches. Now what happened, like small news websites are now moved from the Google search result, but big websites are taking the search result place. So this downs that we are seeing now started showing from July 2nd, 2 days after the announcement. Some sites saw traffic drop of 30% and some gained 40 to 50%. There is a weird pattern where some sites are getting same impression and ranking but much less traffic. That is the AI overview effect, stealing the clicks. Okay, like you are getting impressions in the search results but not the clicks. So what can you do if you are losing traffic? First thing what you can do, nothing. So don't get panic, don't make quick changes. The update is rolling out, so ranking are still shifting, so you can wait like at the end of the July when it's complete. So what we can do, we can focus on creating content that actually helps people, write real experiences, not just to fill pages. Okay, make sure the content is deeper and more useful than what's already out there. You can add your own insights, your thoughts to make it better. Okay, the next thing is that make better experiences. Whenever someone comes to your website, they should have better experience. So what you can do, you can speed up your website, make it mobile friendly. Google still care about technical performance. Okay, so you have to pay attention to the core web vitals, what Google call like page speed, and like how fast your pages is loading, how smoothly they work, right? How long people stay on your website. If there is any JavaScript error or something like that, you have to make sure that there is no such errors. So if you have a WordPress website, don't install unnecessary plugins because this can really slow down your website. So what a lot of people do, because of the free plugins, they install a lot of plugins, and because of that they have a lot of unnecessary files they need to load, and because of that your website speed slows down. Okay, whenever you are installing any free plugins, it also comes with a lot of burden. And the most importantly, you have to show your expertise clearly, right? You cannot write multiple things, you cannot write on multiple topics. Okay, you just have to stick to one topic. If it is AI, then stick to AI. If it is marketing, then stick to marketing, right? If it is health, then stick to health. And also make sure that your author have a detailed author bio, show the author name properly, and also use reliable site from wherever you are taking information, right? Just mention the site and make sure your content shows real experience, not just generic information, which I already mentioned in a lot of my videos, that your website should show real experience, not just random information from here and there. Now if you lost traffic, do not expect quick recovery. It is also for me, right? I lost a lot of traffic, so I'm expecting it to be good. This is why I shifted from WordPress to Ghost, right? So that I can have better experience whenever people come to my website, right? So that I have a better experience. So this is why I shifted from there. I just want a simple website so that I can write good quality content and people can come there, they can experience better, they get the real value. This is my goal here. What Google says is that it can take weeks or even months to see the improvements, so you have to stick to it, like write good content. So sometime it takes some time, who knows, like there will be next update which can really improve your website. You can start getting good number of traffic to your website. But here is the most important thing, I already mentioned a lot of time, that don't just rely on Google for traffic, because Google is a giant and already created a monopoly, so you cannot just rely on Google. Use other search engine, especially Bing, and I've recently created a video, you can watch that. And also next thing, build your email list, use social media like Instagram, okay, because Instagram is now ranking on Google search results. Use Reddit and find other ways to reach your audience. Truth is that Google is changing how the search work. They want to answer question directly instead of sending people to website. They're going to make it better for their user. In future you are going to lose more and more traffic. John Mueller from Google, so he called this is a bigger Google search update, okay, on Blue Sky, right? He mentioned that this is the second core update of 2025 and it's really hitting harder than many expected. The sites that will survive now will be really high authority websites and who create genuinely content with the EAT framework, not just who chase just Google rankings. If you are dealing with traffic drops from this update, so you are not just alone, everyone is here, right? So just focus on quality content over quantity